Hey guys, here with another episode of Trainer Confidential. We are about 3 weeks away from New York Pro. We got some. It's going to be a deep lineup. I mean, top five's really deep in my opinion. So we're going to go through a couple
Pretty
of the
deep.
guys. We already know some of the guys that are going to be on there, but more are popping up. So we got more time too. So how you doing tonight, Donnie?
I'm doing all right, man.
Yeah. I want to talk about you too. You had a show this weekend, Emerald Cup, that you won. You walked away with some money. So that's pretty awesome. We're gonna hit that at the end of the session because it's gonna kind of flow into that
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna start off by sharing some of the guys right now. So so we got Quentin Beastwood in here in the New York Pro, and he's a big aesthetic looking dude. I believe this is his first show of the year, obviously, but he's 6'2" too. He's a big guy.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, he's 6'2", and I mean, the front runner for the show obviously is Nick Walker, but as you see, that some of the guys we're going to go through, Nick Walker's it's not going to be an easy win for Nick Walker this time. But yeah, Quentin, yeah, he's probably definitely a top three.
I'm looking at his inner calves. I mean, goodness gracious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He gives Samson a run for his money. So we've only seen his off-season look, you know, and we've talked about him before on the show, and he's a big dude, obviously, 300 plus pound guy. But I haven't seen him in this kind of conditioning yet. And this was 4 hours ago when they did this. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
Our
We'll see
next guy,
we'll see what the finished product looks like. I mean,
yes,
this is not the
yes,
finished product. He's still got to fill out and dry out and
I
do all that
like the
other
cat
stuff.
in
So
there too.
yeah.
That's pretty funny. So Tim Budashev, this guy, this is a big ass dude. I don't know too much about him. He's an IPB pro, uh, but I haven't seen him compete yet. At least that I remembered anyway. But this guy is a monster.
Yeah.
He's completely shredded to the bone.
Yeah.
Like,
He's gonna bring in size and conditioning.
yes. And let's face it, Nick Walker, he has both of those, especially the size. The only thing about Nick Walker is his bottom half don't meet his upper half. And we're gonna kind of go through a little bit of that too, but because he's just so massive on the top half that his legs need a little bit. Now, this guy, on the other hand, he's pretty even in both areas. So we'll have to see. And he is shredded right here. And this was 7 days ago. So that's Tim Budashev.
Okay.
We'll go to Walker next. So this is six days ago here. I want to go to a better full body picture. Here's a posing. This was April 20th here. Nick Walker don't like to show his legs a lot before shows anyway, it seems like. But he brings a classic look. I mean, he stays shredded all year round. This guy is probably one of the strictest bodybuilders out there. I mean, he claims he's never missed a meal, which I believe him. I mean, he's just
Unbelievable. Yeah.
100% bodybuilding. So he's young and he's
Very Jay
hungry.
Cutlerish.
Yeah, yeah. So he's the front runner, obviously. But we got the who won it last year. We got Tonio. He's got to go up against him. I might as well go to him next since I'm talking about him. Now, Tonio, he won second in the Arnold Brazil, which was pretty controversial. He maybe should have won first. That's a whole another story about that. And he's got aesthetics. He's got conditioning. He just doesn't have the size to match up to Walker. Walker's got about 30 pounds on him.
He's a little off on some things too. I'd like to see his calves come up a little bit more.
You're right. Yeah, yeah. But he's another guy. He stays lean all year round. All year round. I've never seen this guy in a quote unquote off season look. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, I mean, because if you look at the development scale from 1 to 10, like
Hmm.
his right now, his shoulders and his chest and his arms are about a 9. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
But his calves are about a 4.
You're right. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
His
Yep.
calves need to be at least about an 8, somewhere around in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Now this is a new guy. I don't know if you've heard of him, and I don't know how to pronounce his name. Joseph. I'm not sure what the last part is, but
Yeah.
this guy is insane looking. His delts, uh, yeah. I'm gonna go to another, try to get another picture of him. Oh, here's a. Oh, it's not a. Trying to get a posing routine from him. Here's another one here. But I mean, that guy, his delts are nuts looking.
Yeah, and you're right, and it's the same thing. His delts are like a 10, and if you look at his just his calves, you
Yeah,
know
his
what I mean?
calves. Yeah.
I
Now, in
mean,
this other picture that I just showed, he's got his quads showing a little bit, but not enough to really show the size. I mean, he's got the sweep, he's got the feathering, but we don't know how big they are. He doesn't have his feet out to, or
right?
his legs out to.
It almost looked like his upper body kind of overshadows his lower body a little bit.
In this picture, it does. Yeah.
Right. It's kind of hard to tell. There was a front
Oh,
double. There was check. Is that him?
yeah. This was
That front double?
yeah. Let's see if he shows it on here. It was him talking. So
Now he's still in New York, right?
yep, he's doing in New York.
Okay.
There we go. He's got some thickness
I
there,
mean,
but yeah,
yeah, he looks balanced there. I
yeah,
mean, it's just yeah, he looks more balanced there. It's just I guess it was that pose in particular that he was doing.
yeah,
So yeah. Okay.
yeah. He's gonna throw a monkey wrench in it. We got Martin Fitzwater. He just won the Detroit Pro, and he smashed that show. So we got him in there, and he's come a long way. Martin Fitzwater has.
Yeah,
His pro debut was
I think he's
Detroit.
using this show to kind of like dial in a little bit more towards the Olympia.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, because he's already qualified. So that is a mean side chest right there. And when he was standing up there against oh, what's his name? uh Crap, what was his name? Good Vito. Did
Hmm.
you notice the leg size? His legs match Good Vito's legs when they were standing up
He's
close
pretty,
together.
yeah.
So, and yeah, that was pretty crazy. I mean, that sweep he's got here, his detail on his chest. Yeah.
Yeah, good thickness.
I want to go to Stuart Sutherland next because first of all, I want to get show you the Instagram. This was April 12th. He's got some more recent stuff, but I just wanted to show kind of a transformation thing here. So this is 12% to fit to 5%. So this is before his prep, obviously, and during his prep. Looking good, man. Looking good. So I want to go in next. We had the Emerald Cup this weekend, which he guest posed at, and that's what I want to
Right.
show next. And then I want to flow right into that to you. All right, you should be coming on here now. We were talking about this before. The one thing about the Emerald, the live stream isn't the greatest quality. He definitely looks better than that in person.
Yeah, because you were there in the audience at the time, right?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was actually talking to Flex Wheeler right when he came up. But he's a local guy. He moved back here too. I think he was living in Arizona or something like that. He moved from here to Arizona and he's back here. So he's a local guy. He was at the Emerald Cup last year posing. Actually, he said a lot of good things about Ribic and the Emerald Cup. That is one of the best regional shows in the world as far as how they treat their athletes and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So so it was cool. It was cool watching him up there. You know, last year he was with Hunter Labrada. They
Yeah.
both were guest posing.
Hunter's been a little quiet this year.
He has. He's been posting stuff, but yeah, he's I think his game plan just changed. I mean, he got a lot of flack, you know, the year before for a lot of different things, and he just he turned over a new leaf, and he's doing very very well, especially with his diet and stuff like that. And
Uh-huh.
you could tell the difference in Labrada from before his diet, his liquid diet, compared to his full whole food diet. 100% tell the difference. Hey, you can't hear it on here, but his posing routine, his song was pretty cool. I liked it. So that's old beef stew. We're going to be seeing him. So we have a couple other guys. I didn't well, there's a lot more people competing. I didn't really put them on here. But one thing I do want to add is Angel Cauldron. You know, he's a 212 competitor, very good
Okay.
one. He's doing the open in this, so he's going to be in the show too.
So they're not going to have a 212 at this New
They are
York?
having a 212. He's doing
Okay.
open though. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can expect a lot bigger version of Angel than we do originally, you know. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Next I want to go in the Emerald Cup now. Uh so I want to start off with some of your picks. Side chest. And this is I think your staple. Your staple right here is your full muscular. I thought you nailed it, man, all the way around. Your conditioning, your drying out, your filling out. All I think you nailed it. And in my opinion, it was better look this year than it was at the Worlds. So, and obviously you had a
Right.
lot of crap that happened at the Worlds
Yeah. Yeah.
before it.
Yeah.
How smoothly did it go this time? Like, did you have any issues?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of hitches or anything like that. So, that was good. So, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was just taking it one day at a time and then, the last couple of weeks kind of suffering really good and
yeah. I was gonna say you did a little bit of suffering. What
yeah.
about your cardio? How high did your cardio get?
So it went up to 2 hours for about the last 2 weeks.
Is that it?
Weeks. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. The
nice.
2 3 weeks I was at 2 hours.
Nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah.
Because last year you were doing 2 hours. What you were on 2 hours a lot earlier than that, right?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't have to do it as long this time and stuff. But I stayed fairly low in weight this last off season and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean you were pretty much keto for most of the year. Pretty much,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's actually a little bit more low carb than actual keto. I think I
Yeah.
had like 100 and about 120 some odd grams of carbs. Is my base. And then I very rarely go over that, but I was somewhere around in that neighborhood.
Yeah. What is your plans? What show are you gonna do next?
So I'm gonna do the Worlds again in September. And that's pretty much so I get a nice little breather, but I'm not gonna take that much of a breather. I'm gonna go to maintenance cardio and and go back to my off season regimen. Keep the
Mhm.
carbs down a little bit lower though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not looking to me at this at I'm gonna be 64. I'm not looking to get bigger or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just bringing in a quality physique every
Yeah.
time I show up.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
You got the physique. You just got to hold on to it and
Yeah.
come in condition. That's it. That's all you got to
Yeah.
do.
Pro masters, you're not really looking for mass monsters and stuff. You're just basically looking for just quality physiques.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well conditioned. Yeah, you got to have a decent amount of muscle and stuff, but you don't have to be, like some of the other classes. And I tell you, that 50 and that 40 class
Ooh, yeah, they
was stacked.
it was.
It was really, I think the 40s and 50s are really solidified as far as masters pros go. It's the 60s is kind of like in that little funny area to where, hey, look, we got to step it up a little bit more if we're going to try to make this a thing, later
Yeah,
down the road for other athletes.
yeah.
The 40 and 50s are really solid. I was really impressed with that one.
What'd you think of Steve Thayer's placing?
What did he place?
I believe he placed third in
Third?
fourth. Yeah. And he was the biggest guy up there. Uh
True.
you
He
could have
was the biggest guy.
argued that he could have had both because he was in the 40s and the 50s, I believe.
Mhm. Mhm.
So you could have argued that he could have won both of those because he was definitely the biggest dude up there.
He was the biggest dude, but I tell you, there were a lot of quality physiques up there. As
There
a matter of
was.
fact, who was the one that he reminded me of Jack, Andrew Jack.
Oh, the dude that won it. Yeah, the tall
Yes,
black dude.
yeah.
What was
As
his name?
when he was posing, when he was going through his when he was going through his posing, that's what he reminded me of. I thought of
Really?
Andrew Jack. He's the first one that came to my mind.
Well, he's the one that won it. He's the one.
Yeah.
He's the one that. Yeah, he's the one that took that. Yeah, he was a quality bodybuilder, man. He
Hmm.
uh he had everything. You're right. He was a lot like Andrew Jack, and he was tall. He was big. He had aesthetics. He was conditioned. Thayer, I think, could have came in a little bit more. If I think if he would have came in a little bit more conditioned, I think he would
That's
have
what I
gotten it.
think. That's what it is. He could have came in, and Thayer is known for coming in tight.
Yeah, yeah,
He really is.
yeah.
So but no, it was a good lineup,
Mhm.
40s and the 50s. I was really impressed with him.
Yeah, and Thayer won the Emerald Cup in what 2017, I think it
Yeah,
was.
I think it was a light heavy.
Oh, was he really?
I
Oh,
think it
wow.
was a light he was a very small heavyweight.
Mhm.
Yeah, he
Wow.
wasn't.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Huh. So he must have got his pro card in what 2020, something like that.
Um, I think it was a Masters Nationals that he got it. He took
Uh-huh.
the overall.
Oh, so he became pro as a Masters then.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
didn't know that at all.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. So he was in 50, so he's over 50 years old. How old is
Right.
he? You know how old he is?
I think he got his well, he got his I think he got his pro card when he was in his 40s.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, he got his pro card before he was 50,
Hmm. Yeah.
in his 40s.
Yeah,
And
because he's been
it was a
competing.
pretty impressive lineup too. So
Nice. He's
yeah.
he's been competing a long time. I think they went over first time he was I think the first time he was in the Emerald Cup was in the 90s. Something like that. I thought that's what it said. Uh
I remember competing against Thayer when he was a teenager, and I think I was in my early 30s. He was probably 19 or maybe 20 or so, something like that. Yeah.
and he's a local guy. He's from Bothell, right?
Yeah, yeah, he's from Washington. He's in
Yeah.
Washington.
The very first bodybuilding like show I went and watched, it was the Washington Open, and he was guest poser there. And so he was the first pro bodybuilder I watched on stage, and he put on a pretty good show too. He had the
Yeah,
crowd going pretty good,
yeah,
very good at posing.
yeah.
He had the crowd's attention. So yeah, I mean, all in all, what'd you think of the Emerald Cup? I think they always impress, really. I mean,
Yeah, and there's a reason why it's one of the larger and better shows, regional shows in the nation.
mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah, they hold up to that. Ribbick's really good about. They're
he's
really
taking the
good at all their
mantle.
shows.
He's taking the mantle. The Craigs, they ran it for the long from its inception until just a couple of years ago, and now it's the Riddicks. They're the ones that are taking it over.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm. Yeah.
so yeah, Brandon Lane, they've kind of washed their hands from it and stuff. And it's Rivet's shows now.
Yeah. Yeah, we had Flex Wheeler there too. I got to meet him. I got some pictures taken with him. He's one of my top three favorite bodybuilders of all time.
Man, the myth,
Uh,
the legend. He's one of the goats.
yeah, he not
He's
his
the goat.
1990 93 physique was, in my opinion, the best physique in bodybuilding ever, in my opinion. Ronnie Coleman will say the same thing. His 1993 physique, but he never won an Olympia. Uh, and his story of the stuff that's happened to him in his life is just
Yeah,
nothing but inspiration, man.
yeah.
So I got to shake his hand. I got a picture with him. Even made him tear up a little bit. So that was cool. I do want to give a shout out to my friends at Higher Power. They had a booth there.
Yeah.
Uh, Obviously wearing a Higher Power shirt. I'm gonna put their website on the video here, and I'll probably have it in the
Okay.
comments too.
Yes,
You guys
absolutely.
want to get anything from them? Go for it, man. They are a great bunch of people. I got to meet a new member of the Higher Power team. They're little boys, so I got to hold him. So
Good
Emerald
stuff.
Cup's kind of like we go to see the people we know. It's more of a reunion, I guess. Every time you go there. So it was a great show. I had a good time this weekend. I only got to make it up there Saturday for finals, but yeah. So today they had natural, I believe,
Right.
was
They had the
today.
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
last year's natural was pretty. I mean, the kid that won it, and he was the one of the teens that won it. Remember him?
yeah.
Oh man, he was pretty stacked, dude. He had a ponytail. I don't remember what his name was, but
I
that
can't
was
remember what
last
his
year.
name was, but yeah, he was pretty impressive.
Yeah, he was. He really was, and he was in the.
I've got a trainer, Rom Drettenboss,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna try to get him to do the Emerald Cup Natural next year.
Okay.
He's in some other outside natural organizations and stuff, and
Yeah, and he should have got his
um,
pro card, but he didn't, right? Because of the amount of people that
yeah,
showed up.
there's something about the organization. There's of only it has that you have to have a certain amount of contestants, even if
Yeah,
it's a pro qualifier. And if you don't have the certain amount of contestants, you're not going to get your pro card, even though you compete there. I mean
yeah,
that's
and
kind
he
of like
won it, and
yeah,
he, yeah, I heard,
and
I
so
heard that.
but the
That's
thing about it
pretty.
is they don't have they don't have a master's men's physique
Oh, they don't?
for him. Yeah, so he's looking to go somewhere, But I said, hey, look, why don't you just test your metal, and hit this NPC Natural Emerald
Yeah,
Cup, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
I think I'm gonna talk him to doing it next year.
What is the organization that he's competing in?
I can't remember the name of it.
Okay.
Those acronyms. I mean, I can't remember the name of it right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, NPC is by far, it's a good one. It's obviously one we compete in and stuff. So
Yeah, there are a lot of them around.
yeah, there is. And I didn't know that for the longest time until you told me, years ago or whatever. I just thought it was all NPC. I didn't know that there was
Oh,
other
yep.
organizations.
Yeah, other organizations.
But, NPC and the IPB is the one that pays. So, with,
Pretty much. Yeah, yeah.
so they do, well, they have purse money in the other ones too, I suppose, right?
Yeah, I
So,
mean, I think the last one to try, I think it was the one that Tom Platz was kind of over the organization, and I think I can't remember what his name is. He um he was a part of that organization too and stuff, and there hasn't been anyone to try to challenge him since. So
really?
yeah,
See,
yeah.
I've never heard of any of the bodybuilders that are in those organizations. That's the thing about it. Like, you know what I mean? Uh,
Well,
I,
you still have NABA, you still have WABA, they're European based, the
mhm.
Mr. Universes and stuff
And
like
they're
that.
popular over there, right? They're pretty popular over there.
Right, right. You don't see a lot of NABA and
Because
WABA.
that's where Jack came from, didn't he? He came from one of those. Because he got his pro card. I believe yeah, because he got his pro card the last year or the year before.
Hmm.
He got it at the Arnold, I believe,
Hmm.
something like that. In the Arnold UK, I believe, the
Hmm.
amateur. But anyway, yeah, he was part of that.
Well,
Andrew.
I think, but what the bodybuilding originated in England, actually,
Yeah.
the sport
Mhm.
itself. Yeah,
It did, huh? In England?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's where it originated.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah,
So, yeah. So, you got anything else you want to add?
that's all I got, man.
I gotta say congratulations, Donnie.
Thank you, thank you.
Every time I'm watching you, man, I had to watch you on pay-per-view, but I'm yelling. You can probably hear me yelling from here. So I was yelling when Dano was up on stage too.
Yep, yep, yep.
So our friend Dan, he competed this weekend too. Looked great. Significantly different from last year.
Yes, absolutely.
It's his second
Hats
show.
off to him. He's a warrior, dude.
Yeah,
He's a
very
warrior.
proud of him, and he went through hell. He's still going through hell right now. So, that's what it takes to be a bodybuilder. You got to go. You got to suffer, and that's
He
just
is
what it is.
he is officially a walker.
Yep, he is. He is. So,
Not
hats off to
talking.
Dan. Hats off to Higher Power and their new addition, and hats off to you guys for watching us. So, we'll see you next week, and have a good rest of your week.
Absolutely. All right, folks.